I've got a special birthday cheer for Old Bull. Happy birthday, Skipper. May this be the most successful rotation around the sun for you and all of us on board. It's especially motivating to see you speeding around in an F8 Ferrari Spider enjoying your youth.
To the mountain in the Ferrari F8, which was my birthday present for one day, just a rental. Alright, we're on the Jabal Jayas Road, coming up the mountain. This is the Ferrari F8, and just put in race mode, and it is popping, and it's glorious.
Please join me in the comments below wishing Old Bull a happy birthday. Thanks for everything you've done for me and for my daughters. And thanks for everything you've done and will do for our community and company. To the best in the East and to the best in the West, forget the rest, because you are the best. Welcome to the future of gaming. I'm Invincible, and this is another episode of Playable Games Weekly. Playable Games is a community of gamers, node owners, and bullcoin traders. We produce PC games that utilize blockchain technology, giving you complete control over your in-game assets. This week, we're answering the burning question, nodes or coins? We've heard your concerns, and we're addressing them with insights from our node ambassador, Old Man Smithers. He's the guru of node wisdom, and he's here to break down their value in our ecosystem. But first, some industry news. Nexus is rolling out game improvements and fresh new skins. Many have grabbed the new set, including Mantis, Reptile, Lava Magma, and the Steampunk Android. They will be vaulted soon, so make sure and grab your set today. In Bullcoin news, we've destroyed a zero with a price jump of over 200% this past week, setting new all-time highs. We've reached 0.0027. blowing past a quarter of a penny per bull. That means now it takes less than 4 bullcoin to make a penny, and less than 400 bullcoin to make $1. Hang tight, because we're just getting started. Here at Playable Games, we are 100% community funded, mainly by node sales, and additionally, our optional game cosmetic sales, such as the Nexus skins I've shown you so recently. We've rejected the advances of VC funding to preserve the freedom for us to operate without funding conditions. We believe this will allow us to bring you the best product and grow the best community for all of us. To celebrate the release of our flagship game, Nexus, we've put together Surprise September, which included rewards and incentives for all 3 member groups of the Playable Games ecosystem: gamers, traders, and node owners. The node sale promotion in particular raised some concerns with our current node owners that led to the appointment of a node ambassador. Old Man Smithers is a node guru, both in enthusiasm and practical application. The node ambassador's duty is to ensure believers benefit from the ownership of nodes. Unlike Young Bull and Improvable, which shared ownership of one Gala node, Old Man Smithers owns several. He was appointed to this role here at Playable because he inherently believes in nodes and their meaning to a project and the node owners. He has dedicated many hours publishing his thoughts online to demystify node ownership for those who might be sitting on the fence. A recent post on this topic has been widely well received. So we set up an interview for Old Bull to talk to Old Man Smithers about his thoughts and conclusion on the topic.
Hi everyone, it's the Old Bull here, and with me you will know this man as the Old Man Smithers. So
Hello.
A little bit salty, a little bit crinkly.
Just a bit.
But just the right amount, I reckon. Why you are doing this role as Node Ambassador for us? Because you've sort of come across from Gala, and you've been not that you're an employee for Gala, but you were an OG for Gala. Like you got in early, you bought a lot of nodes,
Yep.
and I don't know if it's impolite to say you've done well out of.
No, Gala's treated me incredibly well.
Yeah. So you wrote a great big, I call it a word wall in our Discord.
I'm known for that. Yeah.
And my initial reaction when I see those is shit, because there's 10 minutes of reading to go before I actually understand what the person's saying, and sometimes it's a big waste of 10 minutes. So it's all been said before, and So I read that word wall that you wrote, and unlike some other word walls I spend my time reading, I got to the end of that and called a family meeting. And so we've got 4 foundables. There's myself and my wife and our 2 boys, Young Bull and Improvable. And I said, this is interesting. This is a guy who obviously gets it. And that's important to us because there's requests that are made all the time that aren't very sensible. And actually, that might be a bit too harsh. They're requests that are obvious if they were easy to do. But most things in life aren't easy to do. And most
usually
obvious,
a reason they haven't been done. Yeah.
That's right. Most obvious things sometimes have a equally unobvious answer to why they're not done. But your whole list was one after the other of, okay, we could do that. And yes, that would add value. And yes, that's interesting. Okay, would people like that? Okay, I didn't think of that. And so I reached out to you and said, look, rather than me just do all these things and implement them, which we can do, I would like to have, I'm a big believer in getting people to champion things. And I call it energy input. So I want you to bring the energy you've got for this, because you obviously got a lot. And I wanted you to bring your energy to this. And that's how you got here. So you obviously thought that was a good idea. And so what was it on your side that got you excited and got you thinking, well, let me try this again, where I might try and talk to founders and get a result?
Like I mentioned earlier, I'm known for the word walls. I enjoy trying to help projects. I especially enjoy helping projects that are actually doing things, that are walking the walk and not just talking. What I really enjoyed about you guys and what made me say yes to coming on as the Node Ambassador was the willingness to say, okay, we can do that. And a couple of the things were done within a day and a half to 2 days. Y'all started knocking things off the list.
All right. So let's get to the first question. Why should someone buy a node rather than just pick up a bunch of coins and hold them and trade them and be in and out and whatever? So let's start with that one, because that's the big question everyone asks.
It is. Yeah. And it's one of my favorite questions.
Almost daily.
Yeah. I've asked myself that question many times. I made another word wall on Twitter, basically outlining.
That was good.
Thank you.
Actually, we might link that at the bottom of this video. So,
just because I constantly keep asking myself that same question, even though I know the answer to it. And it really boils down to approaching it from 2 separate standpoints. I will always tell people, if you want to buy the token, buy the token. Just understand that now you're married to that token. You're basically having to monitor it nonstop. If it goes down, there's that fear of, is it about to crater?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. The highs are great. The lows, not so much. On the other hand, if you get a node, all that goes to the back of your mind. The node is just constantly churning out distributions over and over and over again.
Yeah, I like that way of looking at it, that It's getting away from the stress of trading and the responsibility of the buy and hold. I found out I wasn't very good at it because I get too emotional about the coin, and I either want to hang on to it, or the stocks back then, but I either want to hang on to it or I want to take the profit too early, or I take the profit too late, and then I get upset and I get angry at myself. And when I started trading, I was earning very good money. I was on about 600,000 a year back then. This is back in '99, and I lost 40,000 in my first month trading. And I was good. I was well educated. I was well taught, but I wasn't a good trader. And so when I saw nodes for the first time, I got really excited because I thought, here's a way to get a lot of upside opportunity without that much of the downside risk. So you can take a proportion of your node distribution each week and sell it if you want to. If you want to just be taking some of your profits each week. And you can also be storing some of it each week for the hope that in the future the project's going to do much better than what it's done. And you end up with obviously a huge reward at the end, which both of us, having been involved with Gala, have experienced that. And, anyone who's been through the Gala journey obviously can see the similarities between what we've tried to do with Playable. So what about ROI? You and I were having a discussion the other day about ROI and how everyone does the calculation wrong, where they always try to do the ROI on today. So
this latest little run that we've had on Playable is actually a great example.
Yep,
I did the calculations last night. A couple of days ago, prior to the run, if you would have bought a node, you would be looking at about $400 a year. So if the node is $22.50 right now, because 50% off sale, which is an awesome thing, you're looking at roughly 6 years ROI, which is significant in the crypto period. And that's why a lot of people get turned off immediately. It's like, I'm not interested in that. But yesterday, at yesterday's price, that same node that you bought, you were making roughly $400 a year off of that node. That same node is now making you close to $1,200 a year. Suddenly the ROI is only 2 years. If Playable, the coin, goes up to 1 cent, that node is now making $5,500 a year. So suddenly you're two-timing your initial investment in 1 year. And the node doesn't stop after a year. It goes on and on and on. At 5 cents, that node's making $27,000 a year. Yeah. So again, it's not about what it's doing now. It's about what you think it's going to do in the future. And if you have no belief in the project, then I would absolutely tell you don't buy the node. But if you do have belief in the project and you want to get involved, that's where the node really comes into its own. Because not only are you basically cementing a potential very profitable passive income generator for years to come. And
Young Bull said to me the other day, I thought it was really insightful of him actually. He said, Dad, all you have to do is tell them that they don't buy a stock today and sell it an hour later. They buy a stock to hang on to it for a set amount of time and hope in that time it's going to go up. So that's how you've got to, when you do your ROI on a node, you've got to set the price at where you think you might exit. And that's what your ROI should be done on, not on today's price.
But you're also providing the project itself with a nice infusion of capital in order to actually make sure that they get there to where they can get you that income later on. Because unlike the token, you buy the token, you sell the token, the project doesn't really get anything off of that unless they're selling the token.
We actually get nothing off it. So the tokens come through the nodes. And at the moment, we don't sell the company share. Right. So, that's what a lot of people say, you're dumping the price. We don't sell the company share. So, there's no dumping the price going on from our end. We have a lot of bull, and that is reserved to sell at a time in the future when the market, so that we know what will happen. The market will become so liquid. There'll be so many new people flocking to the market, and they'll be looking around for the next great thing. They'll see our chart. They're going to look at that chart and go, look what it's done imagine what it's going to do. When we get to that stage where there's thousands upon thousands of newbies flocking into the crypto space, they're going to find Playable and go, oh my God, what an amazing project. Look what they've done. Look what they've built. Look at the people involved. All the things that tick those boxes. That is the time that we will offload some of the company funds when the buy pressure is so strong it can absorb it without touching the price.
Y'all have, as far as tokenomics go, y'all have a lot going for you. I really enjoy the $5 billion a year for 10-year schedule. It takes all of the guesswork out of it because you know for a fact that $5 billion, half of that is going to the node distributions, half of it is going to the company.
Yeah.
The hype grows, and as the company's maturing in the market and as the market is getting excited about the company, more is being added in a very structured way. I really enjoy that when you compare it to a lot of the other projects out there where you have unlocks, at 12, 16, 18 months and, VCs entering in and dumping their coins, and you really have to pay attention to whenever all that happens. Here, it's very straightforward. It happens on a set schedule.
All right. So one of the questions that's come up is, what is this somewhat close to a passive income, and does it only depend on the coin price, or are there other elements that affect how this all works?
In terms of like the benefits that come from owning a node?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question too. And that was one of the things, that was that first word wall that I put in the Discord, is just basically trying to come up with different ways of adding value to the idea of purchasing a node. Because as we talked about before, it's an important step. You're supporting the company. That should be rewarded. I would say it should even be more rewarded than simply buying coins, because the coins are going to go back on the market sooner or later, whereas the node owner is there with you for the long haul. So we talked about some of the benefits. There's some intangible benefits. There's some tangible benefits. One of the things that I think we went ahead and agreed on, the discount for node owners. So you have, it's basically an advance sale. You have 48 hours for any NFT that goes up for sale. The node owners have a 48-hour window where they can get it first. So it's basically like a whitelist for node owners for playable NFTs. On the secondary market, you guys are standing up the Playable marketplace, which is the website. Again, I love it. Really great job on the app.
The team has done a great job there.
Oh man, so good. I wish everybody could take a page out of y'all's book. It would make my irritation at cruising the internet go down a lot. So the secondary market that y'all are putting together, node owners get a discount on the fees. Like, such a little simple idea, but again, these people are helping support your network and infrastructure. So by giving them a discount on the market fees, it's like an instant win for everybody. It encourages them, encourages node owners to buy, and again, it helps save them money on the back end. That was great. I love the fact that y'all went for that. Specific skins, y'all already have done that in Nexus, which is great.
And we've got the ones you can sell coming as well. So that was something we didn't really know how to do until we actually thought about it, and it's your idea that prompted it. But we were giving away a free skin. We knew to do that, but what we didn't like was that you couldn't sell it.
Right.
So then we thought, okay, well, let's make the specific skin green, so it's the bull green or version of, and then we'll make a coloured one that is for sale, and you get one because you're a node owner, and you're the ones that get to sell it on the marketplace.
Yeah, that was brilliant. I liked that a lot. Oh, wait, the HODL, the node owner HODL, that was another tangible benefit.
Yes.
So y'all have the lottery for Playable, which is awesome. I've talked about that before. Basically, you have 100,000 bull coin. You can get a ticket into which is a weekly drawing, to get a chance to buy or to win some significant bull. Yeah. And I was going to say, if you don't win, you still have your ticket. Like, the ticket doesn't go away. No. And if you want to sell your ticket, you don't even have to sell it to another person. You just sell it right back to Playable, and you get your full 100,000 back minus a little bit of gas. That's great. I love that thing because it encourages HODL and staking. It's basically staking. We're doing the one for the node owners as well, where if you own a node, each node that you own is one ticket into its own competition. So again, huge benefit in my mind. It's just it's a fun perk.
Well, I mean, you pointed out that if we put the same amount of money up as the HODL competition for the node owners, I was blown away the other day when someone said how much bull coins off the market, and I said I'm not quite sure, I haven't checked. We have 17,000 tickets in the HODL comp. Yep. I didn't even know. I was just like, I was literally shocked. I was like, are you kidding me? So the node owners, there can only be the amount of tickets that there are nodes. So
small pool.
That's right. Very small pool, nice big rewards. There's going to be some node owners very happy each week going, hey, I just got paid X amount of bull for hodling $100,000 ticket. So 100,000 bull, sorry, not dollar. 100,000 bull ticket. All right. So nodes left at this 50% off sale. We've got 800, I think, thereabouts.
Yep.
So the first 100 are pretty much gone.
I'm betting, pump profits come in whenever Playable starts taking off even more. I think it almost doubled again today. It was really nice to watch.
Yeah.
But whenever that happens, those nodes are going to go quick because, again, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
Yeah. Well, yeah, personally, I'm looking forward to the half price thing being over.
I can imagine. I bet you are. Well, there was a lot of the intangible benefits along with the tangible benefits. They had a couple more. But all of those you can find in the PDF that y'all put out for the node program. And the whole goal, as far as I'm concerned, and you guys have been wonderful about it, is basically making this the best node ownership program out there in crypto right now. I'm really just based off of the list. I know you guys are working on that in order to get it implemented. As it stands right now, it's pretty much the best out there among all of the gaming node companies. Once it gets fully implemented, this should become the new standard. So I'm really pumped to see that. I really appreciate you guys putting in all the work in order to get that out.
We should have all of that finished by the end of this next 7 days. So
that would be great.
The dev team's pretty much said that most things are ready. So I'm not sure about the HODL competition. I'll have to double check that, but I think that might be almost done as well. So, but anyway, we'll see how that goes. But we're definitely working on it, and it'll be done certainly within the next couple of weeks. So, but it's as with dev stuff, I'm a bit afraid to say definitely by this date because they have a habit, and then game devs are even worse than Web3 devs. Well, guys, thanks very much. Thanks, Old Man Smithers, for being with us.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Really good to talk to you, and feeling a bit of kindred spirit there. I hope we can keep growing.
Yes, it's been a good week. Let's have many more.
Yeah, looking forward to it. All right, mate. Thank you.
Thanks, Old Bull and Old Man Smithers, for your insight and your dedication to our node owners. We believe in you. And speaking of insights, Crypto Banter has some bullish thoughts on Bull. Let's see what the buzz is all about.
These are 3 projects I'm very bullish on in general still. Naka, GFAL, and Bull, which we'll talk about in a second. I see bright futures for all 3. And if anything, you could get involved with these types of tokens and put together like a small to mid cap portfolio that has really high upside potential. Easy come, easy go. Yeah, absolutely. So let's take a look at, I still think GFAL, Naka, and Playable games are a really good stack of lower cap tokens. I like Myria as well, Marius. So as we see here, this one right now is one I see that's very undervalued versus the former 2. So GFAL and Naka, I think probably still continue growth due to FOMO, due to more people getting aware of them, more exchange listings. We saw Nakamoto Games got listed on Gate.io. So more exposures coming into those tokens. And I think this one is an up-and-comer big time. You can get this one on Mexi and on the Avalanche chain, but the circulating market cap is a 6 million, and the fully diluted is 70 million. So it's about 3x undervalued on the diluted market cap. But when you look at Naka's circulating at 90, and then when you look at GFAL's circulating of 44, so it's about 7 to 8x undervalued GFAL on the circulating market cap, and 15x undervalued on the comparison to Nakamoto Games. So honestly, like when you're looking at these different tokens, you could put in small DCAs on these types of things, but my personal strategy is I would look into the next one to potentially pop. In my opinion, Playable Games is really on the rise here. As we see, it's up like 100%, but that's on a 6 million market cap token. I think that this one will continue to run and grow, and I think it could start getting a higher valuation, just like Naka and GFAL.
Welcome to the Playable Games community, Crypto Banner, and thanks for sharing us with your audience. To the Crypto Banner community, stay bullish. We're just getting started, and you're so early. Let us know in the comments below why you are bullish. And for 24-hour coverage on all things Playable Games, head over to our Discord channel and say hi. Whether you have questions about node ownership, trading Bullcoin, Nexus, using crypto wallets with our games, or pretty much anything, know that there's a company and community ready and eager to help. Remember to represent your favorite gaming studio by acquiring merch at playablegames.store. We've got hats, hoodies, shirts, and more. You can trade Bullcoin on MetaMask, Trader Joe, 1inch, L-Bank, Mexi, and Bitmart. CoinMarketCap currently shows the price at 0.0026, or over a quarter of a penny. The market cap is currently $12.5 million. I hope you all learned something this week during our recap, and if you did, please hit that like button to tell YouTube to share it with other viewers. Subscribe for more Playable Games content and hit that bell for notifications. Thanks for watching. I'm Bruno, aka Invincible, and I'll see you all again next week.